Welcome to episode 122 of the Still Drippin' Happy Hour. This is your host, Mason. And on the move tonight, we got Hayes Holla, who's muted. Oh no, he's frozen. Am I frozen?
Oh, you were frozen for a second.
You were as well. We'll have to watch the playback to see who was really frozen. How you doing, Hayes?
Okay. We'll watch the playback. How are you? Oh no, is it that delayed?
Yeah, that was bad.
Oh crap. Is it me?
I don't know. It's showing that I'm pretty fast right now.
Yeah, it's showing I'm pretty fast right now.
All right, I think we're good.
Okay.
Ooh.
How good?
Yeah, we've got like a 5-second delay.
We're just gonna do the best we can.
Oh, this is gonna be rough. All right. All right. Let's see how this goes then. Welcome into episode 122. We're gonna battle some adversity. We might have to restart it. We'll see. But we've got some fun for us. Hayes, do we need to restart, or you think we're good?
I'm gonna try to connect to my.
All right, we're gonna hold for 1 second while Hayes tries to reconnect. All right, well, welcome into 122.
Hey,
Hayes, you good?
I'm here. Yep. Are you good?
All right, you're pretty delayed, but I think we're
Is that better?
gonna keep trying.
Okay. How delayed? Can you hear me now?
It's a few seconds.
Oh, dude, it's worse on my hotspot. Let me go back to my other thing. Oh my gosh.
All right.
1 second, guys.
All right.
Sorry. Maybe it's me.
All right, it could be me. I'm not sure at this point. All right, why don't you give them an intro and I'll try to restart mine.
All right. Hey, guys. Welcome to the Still Drippin' Happy Hour. It's your host, Mason. And on the move tonight, we've got Hayes. Holla. Yeah, he's here. We thought Landon was going to be here. Dan, definitely not. He's on his anniversary. Right. So, Dan, do your everything. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate it. Follow the Instagram at Still Drippin' TN. Go buy Grateful merch. I got a new one this week. I did a mystery. It was my
You still there?
what was it? It was Father's Day.
Yeah.
It was Father's Day. My wife got me a mystery pack, so I got a Grateful shirt and a gift card. So use the code Still Drippin' TN and get a discount. And with that, I think I've covered all the bases, Mason.
All right, perfect. Hopefully I'm not too delayed anymore. We'll just jump right into some Inside the Box. See what we got.
What's inside the box?
That's my shoe in the box.
All right, coming up this week, we've got the Red Foam Posits releasing on the 6th. Got the Mellow Ball, some crazy, I think these are called Gutter Mellow or Gutter Ball. I guess Gutter Mellow. I don't know what that means. They just look like a heat map. And then
Yeah, it's the
some.
weather. It's basically it's a play on the Weatherman foam
Yep.
posits. Oddly enough, it also looks like one of my favorite movies of all time is The Predator, and it looks like Predator's vision when he does the infrared thing.
Yeah, I
Which,
see what you're saying.
but these are hideous, and oh man, this is tough. This is tough on the eyes.
Yeah, indeed. And then we've got some New Balance mixed in here with the Teddy Santis made in UK, or are these made in USA? I'm not sure which ones. Some 990 V4 and something else. 998s maybe. All purple. Figured Landon might like these. Saw him in some dope New Balances last week. So shout out to Landon because those were pretty dope. He would have to be on here to tell me what they were, but it was some New Balance collab.
Allegedly, he's coming. Allegedly, he just texted
Okay.
me he's coming. The
All right.
990s, man, this is a horrible model. I know we've said this over and over. It's a bad shoe. I mean, it's great if you're a dad shoe fan. It's a horrible shoe. The one on the right is a way more desirable model of sneaker that I would wear. I'd never
I
in a
think
billion
this
years wear
version of the
990.
990 is better than
It's
most.
the same as all of them.
They're a little different.
No, they aren't. It's still the fleshy, textured leather, almost fur.
Okay, yes, I don't like that, but I don't like the design of the one on the right.
I don't like the one. I don't like the design of the one on the right, but it's a better model. The 990 is a bad shoe.
I like the 990, the look of the 990 better than the one on the right.
Heck,
whatever
no.
that is.
The 990 looks like this is a horrible. This looks like a granddad walking through Walmart shoe. It does.
They both do.
No, more so the one on the left. The one on the left looks like if you go to Rogersville, Alabama, and you were going to go into the Walmart and shop, you'd see half-dressed redneck folk wearing this model of sneaker. You wouldn't see them wearing the one on the right.
All right. If you say so. We'll just move on. How's that?
Trust the guy in the wife beater.
All right. Well,
it's hot as crap in my garage, by the way. It is like a sauna out here.
It's hot.
As soon as I was gonna wear my Grateful shirt, free shout out, but I was like, I'm not even putting it on. I'm burning up.
Well, I'm gonna flash back to our this might cool you off a little bit. Our opening slide or whatever. It's got the ice cream Neapolitan. I wanted to know what your favorite ice cream flavor was.
Okay. So I don't think it's been well documented on this podcast. So I've known this about myself for a while, but last year I was having some health problems. We talked about that on the podcast. Part of that, I took an allergy test, and come to find out what I thought was true is actually true. I am allergic to the chemical that is in ice cream. For as long as I can remember, I've gotten a really horrible headache every time I had ice cream, and it's a sweetener that's in ice cream and other sweets that gives me a migraine level headache. I haven't had ice cream in probably 6 years. That being said, before I stopped eating ice cream, I love chocolate. So it's going to be anything related to chocolate. Moose Tracks, that is a favorite, was a favorite. Mint chocolate chip, that's a favorite. I gravitate towards anything that's got a heavy dose of chocolate.
Okay. I'm on board with that. I like anything chocolate. Namely, I like a good chocolate and peanut butter mix. Dip some peanut butter in there.
Yes, sir. That's because you are a red-blooded American.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty spot on. Mint chocolate is a good sleeper for sure.
So we're pretty boring.
Yeah, I would say that. That's fair. What do you feel about Neapolitan ice cream then?
When I ate a lot of ice cream, yeah, I'm not picky.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I like the strawberry
I'm more
mix
of a
in.
oh yeah, the strawberry mix in. I don't like a lot of the. I prefer a classic when it comes to the ice cream. I don't like fancy. I'm not a sprinkles guy either. I just like it. I can get down with some Neapolitan.
Okay. Well, what about this Neapolitan? We've seen it before on sneakers, but this is a new take on the Jordan 11. We got the brown patent leather with a light pink on the sole. How you feel about these?
This is brown patent leather.
I think so. It's called Neapolitan, so it would leave us to assume that it's brown with the white midsole and the pink on the bottom.
Well, it looks black in the picture.
It does. There's better pictures online.
Here, I'm
I
gonna
got
try to
this
find.
from Sneaker News. They had a lot of pictures on there, but it was a little difficult to figure out all of it.
If
Yeah,
it's brown, I
brown.
like.
It's a dark brown.
Okay, it's like dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay, I like the idea, and this is decent execution. This is a terrible shoe to do that on, but I like the idea. It's a cool thought.
Yeah, we've seen this on the Jordan 3. I think it was a little better executed on the 3, even though those almost looked exactly like the Mochas.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I feel like this is just too simple to like the 3's got a lot going on, and so you could pull it off better
mm-hmm.
on the 3 rather than on this where it's just there's not a lot of color blocking, right? It's very segmented, and I just don't think it looks as good as a 3.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think this feels like to me, it's a really cool shoe, but this feels
cool
like
shoe.
It feels like a shoe that you already have at least 50 Jordans in your collection. Then you get this one. Like you've got
Bingo.
10 pairs of 11s already, and you're getting this one. That's it. This isn't going to be your first one.
No.
So, yeah, they're really cool. But yeah, I think we can.
You're not going to wear these, are you?
I love the detail, but yeah, it's very a specific colorway that no, I would not wear these.
Yeah,
so,
I didn't think so.
And it's really close to the Concords. I mean, I know there's a lot of difference, but yeah, trading in black for brown, and I know that's brown on the bottom. I don't know if that's a brown Jumpman. It looks like it's the same color, but it better not be black because that just ruins it. If that's a black Jumpman on the back, that'd be terrible.
When was the last time you wore a pair of 11s? Do you wear any 11s regularly?
Yeah. I'll wear.
Do you now?
I'll wear Concords and Cool Grays the most. Occasionally, I'll wear Breads, but those are kind of beat. I bought those used, so I'll sometimes wear Breads.
I don't think I own any 11s anymore. I think I've gotten rid of all of them because they're a shoe that, in theory, I love, and I think it's one of the top 2 or 3 shoes of all time. But I don't. It's almost to the point where I won't wear them.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, they're not the best looking shoe worn. I don't think they look terrible.
Oh no, they're terrible used.
I don't think they look that bad.
This is a shoe. I think they're awful. Like when the patent leather's done, they're awful.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Did you know I just got pushed a notification that, wait a second, you can get, we've talked about this before, and that's why I'm bringing it up. The Luca 1 is now $55.
Oh, are you serious? On Finish Line?
And
I'm going to go buy those orange ones.
I'm super close to buying those because I really want the UNC I want a pair of these because I love Luca, and I think I just want to have a pair of Luca ones, and
I'm
I would
gonna go
go
check.
the blue colorway.
Yeah, I'm checking Nike right now because I want those safari colored ones with the orange and gray on them.
Yeah, they're on here.
That's actually gonna be my next
Look,
basketball shoe. So
I just
yeah,
got pushed to the notification.
okay.
Go to
Is
finish
it
line.
just Finish Line or Nike have that sale too?
Oh, I
I'll
don't know.
check.
I
We'll
just
check
saw it
throughout the
on.
pod and
I was looking for the Neapolitan, and I stumbled upon this.
you might have to go to the J23 app, but your phone probably doesn't even take the J23 app anymore, does it?
Yeah, it does.
It
I got
does.
a new
Okay.
phone. Remember?
Okay.
I
Okay.
thought we've talked
Sorry.
about this.
Sorry. All right.
I don't have
Next up.
sneakers still.
Oh, very nice. Next up, we've got iShod Ware's newest signature sneaker. Very different from his first ones. This is what you got. Let me make it a little better, full screen for you, Hayes. There you go. What you thinking about these? Remember that his first ones were like the Jordan 5 looking ones. Had that mesh on it with a backwards swoosh.
Is it a skateboard shoe?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess for a skateboard shoe, it's not bad. I'm not gonna wear them.
Looks vastly different than any skateboard shoe I've ever seen.
Yeah,
From Nike.
it has an adapt look to it for some reason.
Mm-hmm. It has
You
adapt. It
know-
looks like there's air in the back of it, which I've never seen. Like you think of SB Dunks, you think of like the Janikowskis,
Yeah,
or what? However you
it's
say
a
that.
van, right? It's like
Yeah,
it's like a van.
yeah. The P Rods. Yeah, they're all flat like Vans. I mean, that's a skateboard shoe. This just kind of breaks the mold. It's kind of cool actually. So yeah, I think it's vastly different from his first one, but maybe he got a little more creative control and made it look like an Air Max.
I mean, I'm not a big skateboard guy, neither are you, but of all the sports over time that you've seen the shoe wear adapt with technology, skateboard hasn't. And you would think
Mm-hmm.
like there'd be ways that you can protect a ankle and foot a little bit better. And maybe that's what they're trying to go for. But low top, I guess, is good. I don't know. I don't know the first thing about skateboarding. So the closest I can get to skateboard is I have some Supreme stuff and some Dunks. But when I don't know, but I would think as basketball shoes have adapted from the Jordan 1, right? Nobody in a billion years would wear that right now. Would you?
Yeah.
Doesn't it make sense to wear something better than a van to skateboard in? Could be wrong.
You would think. I wish I could skateboard. I wish at some point in my life I could have skateboarded. I tried.
You did.
The balance piece was not there for me.
I think I'm just too fat. I don't think it was a balance thing for me. I think it was like I'm just too big.
Like when you were in like high school, was skateboarding like big?
I've been the same size since I was 13 or 14. I stopped growing after about 13 or 14. Yeah, I no, it was big, but it was there was a stereotype, right?
Yeah.
Very much so in that was the early mid 90s where there was a certain person that rode a skateboard and it was very just like that in the 90s.
Yeah.
I wasn't a skateboard guy because I think it was just because I was larger.
That's fair. I think also I think it was just too scary for me to stick with it. I don't know.
So to that point, Mason knows I've probably broken 30 bones. And I
didn't know it was that many. Holy moly.
I've probably had stitches a dozen times. So to participate in a hobby or sport that you're that likely to get hurt, for me, was not a good idea.
Sheesh, that's mind blowing. You are injury prone.
If you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough. And I'm
Yeah.
the toughest person I know. I'm probably the toughest person you know.
Probably. I have broken one bone in my body. That's
I'm
it.
really bad at a lot of things, but I'm freaking tough as nails. Like it's just I just am.
All right, we'll move on to the next one. See what we got. This was on here for Landon. I was gonna try to save it. You know what? We'll see if he jumps on. We'll skip over to Kid Cudi getting a collab. Have you seen these? Mischief.
No. Oh,
The
shocker!
people who
Of
did the
course.
Gobstopper. Yeah, that's very on brand with Cudi. Could have been worse. That's all I'll say.
Wait, they did the God. They did the Jesus one. They did the devil one. They did
Yep.
They did the
They did
big
the
boots.
big red boots. Yep. The wavy Vans that I don't know how anybody could put their foot in.
Yeah, the paraplegic shoes or whatever. What are
The
these?
backwards shoes. Did you see Donald Glover wore those courtside? It looks like a carpet on a shoe, and then the laces are like they almost look like a kaleidoscope, like on the tongue. Their logo. Yeah.
He immediately loses me because of the carpet.
Right.
But let me do something real quick, and this is. You can keep going while I'm looking something up. I've got a thought.
So if you're not joining us on YouTube, I'll describe these. It's an Air Force One-ish style shoe. Obviously, the color blocking or the pattern is a little different on it. The laces are really funky looking, and it's all carpet like shag across the whole shoe. And then your midsole is like a gray, looks like, and then the sole is a bright aquamarine. Is that a good description?
Yeah, this looks like a cartoon that was transferred into real life shoe. Is kind of what it looks like. If I was to describe it to somebody that's not looking at it, here is it, and this is a fine line, right? I'm 43 years old. At some point, you get to a place in age where this just isn't a good look anymore. He's almost 40. I just looked. He's about to turn 40. Like at some point, you got to go to more basic. I mean, I could be way off base, and there's people that could pull this off, and I'm not a movie star or nothing. But like at some point, you got to start to evolve. Let me think of somebody that's done it well, like aged with grace. Like I'm really biased, but as Jay-Z got older, he got less. He got out of this and got into more appropriate for his age. Like if you saw Jay-Z walk out in something like this right now, you'd be like, well, that looks weird because he's been wearing suits and Louis Vuitton for the last 10 years because he's aged, right? He's matured.
Yeah.
I don't know. That sounds like a really fuddy-duddy answer.
That's fun. There's nothing really else to say about these. Obviously, they're mischief, so they're going to be very limited.
Crazy.
So the price
Weird.
will increase.
What is this? Is that the receipt on the side of it right here?
I don't know if that's like a sample. I think it must be a sample. Who knows if these will ever come to production? I mean, is Kid Cudi, like, are people really going to buy these because they have Kid Cudi's name on them? I don't know.
Touché.
I wouldn't think now is the time for him to release a collab shoe, but I could be wrong.
But is now the time for anybody to release a shoe because the market is way down?
I actually wanted to talk about that a little bit. The market being way down, is it a bad thing? If you're reselling, it is.
It's not a bad get if you're reselling, right? No, that's what I mean. If you're reselling, it's bad. If you're in the market and you're trying to get in, it's a perfect time. Especially now that Man, donks have just dropped, and that's what I
Yeah.
thought was going to happen. It's like as soon as the man, dude, this is all it is all like related to the cars are coming down now. Housing, it's all the same. Like all of
Yeah.
this is all it all moves at a very similar rate, and so that's
Mm-hmm.
what you're. So if you're, it's a great time to get in because everything's down.
Yeah. I genuinely love. We went to the mall, and for the last 3 or 4 years, I haven't wanted to go in a sneaker store in the mall. I mean, we just 15 minutes ago you were talking about shoes on Finish Line and Foot Locker. You can go into the mall now at JD, which used to be Finish Line, or at Foot Locker, and there's some Jordan retros sitting on the shelves. You can get Air Max 90s. Now, Air Max 90s have always been somewhat available, but you can get Air Max 1s. It's stuff isn't just automatically selling out. So it's very nice that you can go in, you can get a pair of shoes that look good. You don't have to go to Payless, and they could even be on sale. So
Yeah.
it's a great time to get in. But yeah, for your high end like this, something like this, 2 years
Bad time
ago
for it.
would have sold out instantly.
Yeah.
And it probably will sell out still, but you're not going to make money on them. It's just because people maybe are a huge Cuddy fan. I know there's people out there like that. So, but yeah, came about for me
Well,
about 12 years too late.
Yeah. The other thing about this is that music is way down too. Like
Mm-hmm.
everything is down now, and you can call it whatever you want. In the end, we don't have as much disposable income, and you can be mad at me, but in the economy as it is, and post Trump Biden economy, the dollar doesn't go as far, and we're not making as much money. That's the reality of it. And
Mm-hmm.
so you don't have as much disposable income, which means you got to pinch your pennies and you got to make different decisions, and you should. Like our topic that we talk about every week is a very not needs based subject matter. It is all
Yep.
want, right? None of
Mm-hmm.
us need any of this crap. And so, but when you're a little bit more conscious, I'm not going to go buy these. And
Right.
you shouldn't either if it's going to be a difference of you paying your bills or whatever. So,
Yeah. Amen. Let's see what we got next. I know I put these together. Oh, Hay sent these over. Alma Meniere, Air Jordan
I sent a
17.
bunch. Oh man, these are beautiful.
These are
Oh my
beautiful.
goodness, I love the 17. I think the 17 is extremely slept on. Jordan, the Lightning 17s are low key one of my favorite Jordan models.
The copper is a 17 too, right? I
The
think
copper is a 17, but there's
like
a
that one.
high. The lows, the low,
I gotcha.
man,
Okay. These
the
do look
low
pretty
of this.
sweet.
And listen, these are also great basketball shoes. Like when oh man, I was playing ball in these at this time or this model. This is a great shoe. It's not a great off court, which is interesting because I'm on Meniere. Like this is meant to be more lifestyle, not performance, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not but this is a great shoe. I love this shoe. I love the 17. This is a slept on Jordan model.
Yeah, it's one of the better ones in the teens. For sure.
But not the highs. Like I'm not a big fan of the highs. When the highs came out, they came in this briefcase and there was this big dramatic, and it was cool like at the time, and you lined up at the stores. Like I remember all that, but man, the lows of this is a great shoe. This is a dope shoe.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the colors on this. The colors are really sweet. This is a mock-up, but this Z Sneaks is usually pretty good. He's pretty on it a lot of the time. So hopefully the details on this are pretty accurate. It looks like a really good shoe.
Yeah, Mason. Well, I'm thinking about it. In my man, it seems like forever ago because I haven't been in my studio with all the posters and everything in my where I used to record the podcast. I have a dilapidated pair of 17s that I found at the bins at Goodwill.
Wow.
That I have hanging up in my.
I remember. They're red, black and red.
They're red. Yeah, no, they're red and white.
Red and white. Okay.
But they're the high top. They're the high top of this, but they're OGs. So whatever year this. Oh shoot! What year was this? 2006 or 7?
Yeah, probably.
I'm guessing. The
Earlier
11
than that.
was 98.
No, the 11 was 96, 95, 96.
Oh man.
85 was Jordan 1, right? Whatever 85 plus 17 is. 2002?
Right.
2002, 2003. Which is why they had the coppers, because he was on the Wizards, right?
2002.
Okay.
Good call. 2002. But the highs, man, because this collar at the top, I mean, they're fine.
Yeah.
But the lows are just such a great shoe. Like I played ball in these. These were, I'm pretty sure my 11 or my 17 lows became grass cutting shoes.
Wow. Oh, we're moving from one collab.
I mean, that's
to
how
another.
it went, man. That's how it goes. I mean, if I told you we've talked about this at nauseum. All my shoes that became grass cutting shoes.
Mm-hmm.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah. We're going from one collab to another, hitting Supreme with the Air Darwin lows, but it's a Supreme SB. So we're going from a basketball shoe to a SB skateboarding shoe. So I don't know if this is just a Darwin low. I don't think it's going to look like this. I would hope that it's not just all black. But you know, Supreme sometimes does that. I wouldn't think so. Especially since we have this picture already. I would think they'd do something pretty cool. A triple black. I guess this is a double black because the swoosh is white. But this looks like a shoe that you would wear at a restaurant if you're working in the kitchen.
Wow. You could skateboard in this shoe, right? This looks like a shoe that you could skateboard in.
Maybe.
What I appreciate, and I'm not going to wear these, but to pull these shoes out of the archive, I love it when they do this stuff, which is why I'm huge on right now, and I haven't bought a pair of shoes in probably close to a year. I'm going to get the Mac Attacks. I'm going to get them. They are a great shoe because when have you seen those released in the last – they haven't been released in who knows when. Like, that's what I like. I like that they're going with a shoe that isn't just your run-of-the-mill collab. I appreciate that. I can follow that.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting, speaking of the Mac Attacks, that now they're just called the Attacks, Nike Attack, because of, I think,
did John
McEnroe
say something racist or something?
No, I think him and Nike had a falling out. I think it was more on his side, but he's still in the advertisements right now. But I guess his name just isn't on the shoe, so they don't have to pay him for it. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But yeah, I think a long time ago they had a falling out over it. Yeah.
Oh,
but yeah, he's in the advertisements with Travis Scott. So it's pretty interesting. Okay. But I do like those shoes. All right, here's Landon's coming in right on time. Landon, welcome. I saved our last inside the box shoe for you. Let me show you what's back up. You can buy these right now for next time we play basketball.
Oh, let's
the And One Rise is back in stock. What colorway are you getting, Landon?
Oh, the classic red and white, of course.
These are some terrible shoes in 2023.
Nah,
They're
man.
horrible.
These are.
Like, these did not
This is
age
reliving
well.
the past. No, man. These have been aging for years. This is like bringing early 2000s back to the present. These are incredible.
This-
I love them.
these Spurs colorway. I think Wembanyama is going to wear these in his first game. The ones in the middle. You heard it. That's a breaking story
Spurs
right there.
colorway. There is no one
That's
in the NBA that's currently wearing an N1. There's no
I don't
way.
think so. But if they were this, I mean, that's a Tim Duncan shoe if I've ever seen one right there. This one and the bottom right, definitely Spursy.
Oh my gosh.
Chromed out. Landon, any other comments on that? Otherwise, we're just going to move on outside the box.
I mean, that's the best pair of shoes I've seen in about a month or so.
Hey! I have to show you this, Mason, because I just found it on my Instagram, not Instagram, on my Facebook, which I barely ever go to, but I thought I remembered this, and I'm trying to read the date of this picture. Oh man, this is going to be, if I can find the date. Oh shoot, let me find the date. This is me on Percy Priest Lake. I'm guessing this was 2004 or 5 that I posted this, and this is me, and I'm jumping off cliffs
Oh, I remember
and
this.
swimming in Percy Priest Lake in these shoes.
Yeah.
That is the Flight Posit. I think that's
The Tim
Eggplant.
Duncans, right?
The Tim Duncans. That's what made me think about this. This is the Tim Duncan Flight Posits, and I was using them to jump off of cliffs into Percy Priest Lake. Which let me tell y'all, if you're not from around here, Percy Priest Lake is like the Aldi of lakes. It is not a high regarded lake. You could walk. I have been in that lake and gotten out and had pink eye more than once.
Some people have gotten in that lake and never gotten out.
That's true.
And never gotten out. But they didn't have a but 99 point, I'd be willing to bet 100% of people didn't have on a life jacket when they died in there. Just
I'd
if you're
say
going to be in that
100%
lake,
for
have
sure.
a life jacket on. You're all good.
If you're
Fair.
near a large body of water, have a life jacket on. The amount of water deaths this summer, I think, it's like a record-breaking summer. Crazy.
Yikes.
100% of them
And Landon
are
knows
not wearing a life jacket.
Landon knows what he's talking about. He's
He's
Landon's
our outdoor
got-
specialist.
Do you think if, let's say, there's a zombie apocalypse, do you think Landon or me would survive the longest?
I guess that question is posed to me, and I would say, that's tough. So I think
tougher than
Landon, I would say, would fare outdoors a lot better than Hayes would. Overall health, I would give the edge to Landon. But
I also sleep with multiple.
Scrappy and a grit.
Scrappy.
A seasoned liver, I would give to Hayes. I would think that if it
I can
came
respect
down
all
to
that.
it, I think Hayes could probably drink water from Percy Priest Lake before Landon could, just because his liver has filtered more impurities out in the past. So I don't know. I
think I'm more
Hayes
likely
is
to be.
sneaky strong. I would say.
I think I would be more likely to kill a human and eat them to survive than Landon.
I would probably
I think
say
that's
after.
where we would be.
Yeah.
But I think that ultimately goes to grit. I think it goes to grit.
Right. Yeah.
I agree. Hey, by the way, because I'd save this, I love this picture. This is Jordan wearing the Air Mac Attack.
Yeah. That is a great picture. It's not Photoshop, folks.
It's
We talked
some,
about that last week.
Like, summer league game. It's a great
Exhibition,
picture.
something like that.
Yep. But this follow, I can't remember who even this is. It says about the sneaker community. We always try to cop sneakers that MJ wore, and he's correct. Maybe that's why it's in my brain of like I got to get these shoes. These are a must have.
Okay, that's fair. Got a couple more actually. I lied about the last two items.
Bro, it's hot as crap out here. I can't tell you how hot it is in my garage. It is so hot.
You think that guy is going to survive a zombie apocalypse? I got a pop-up camper with AC that'll blow cold for years. My house is on wheels.
Did you speak English? Was that English?
What? I heard him loud and clear.
I don't know if what he just said was. Oh, it was all mumble jumbled.
I heard him just fine. Yeah. All right. Which one you got? The Nocta Glide is coming out. Eerily similar to the Jason Kidd's. I forget what these are called. Flight something. Hayes, help me out here. Just flight. Flight posit.
Flight. No. I can't remember the.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think they're just flights.
Okay. Well, do you like the new version or the classic version?
I'm a classic guy. I'm going to go classic, but the Nocta is a solid effort. This is not a bad shoe, especially in the context of Drake having some god-awful shoes. This is not his worst output.
Not at all.
But I remember, I remember, free shout-out, maybe he'd never listen to this podcast. One of my friends from growing up, his name is James Morrison. He had a twin brother. I would bet it's their 14th or 15th birthday. One of them got the Columbia Jordan 11s, and one of them got these. And I wanted these more than I did the Columbia 11s because these at the time were so different than anything else that was out there with the big bug eye looking things. This is a solid Drake effort. This might be his best shoe that he's done in a while.
Yeah, easily in a while. Landon, which one?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Noctas that's a hit. Those are awesome.
I can't believe you're saying that either.
It hurts me to say it, but that is an incredibly successful shoe.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's way better than the original. And I'm surprised to say that. I like it better than I don't like the thing that comes up and connects to the laces on the original. I don't think that's a good look. I think it makes it look kind of funky. The bubbles on the back are huge. I don't know. I think if this was a remake off this shoe, Drake killed it. I'm sure Drake wasn't the one to actually do it, but go ahead, Hayes.
Let me also say, I don't disagree. At the time, though, this shoe was crazy, especially when, if I remember right, Jason Kidd wore these. Tim Hardaway wore them. That might be about it. Not many people wore these guys, but they were so outrageously different than anything else that had come out. That's why I gravitate towards that, because my emotions, I guess, over the Nocta. But the Nocta is I'm with you on the Drake. I don't like the whatever the P looking shape thing is.
I don't love those.
He just left that off. But everything else about it's a great shoe. Like, why can't he do this all the time?
That's a good question. Maybe he should just run with this silhouette. Just make different colorways.
Why can't he make Scorpion all the time? Oh, why can't he make Think Me Now or Think Me Later all the time? Oh, oops.
Stuff comes and goes in waves. Well, speaking of waves, brings us to our last slide for the in the box news, and we're going with our drip flops. Sorry. Anybody disagree with these? We've got some off-white graffiti colorway, whatever these off-white Nikes are called. Virgil.
Is that a real shoe?
Yeah.
Or is that a custom?
No, that's a real shoe.
They gotta stop, man.
Gosh.
They're doing a justice to
What is
to Virgil
what
at
is this?
point.
What is this shoe with the person in the skirt?
Those are Adidas Y3. Their new Y3
Well-
collection came out. It is awful. It is the most overpriced, ugliest shoes that you will ever see. Go look at all of them. All of them are terrible. And the models look like they're out of a horror movie. As you can tell with this just by their feet.
Yeah, they do. This looks like a shoe that Pennywise would have had on when he's
Yeah.
eating people in half.
Yeah. You can wear these when the apocalypse comes.
All
Dude,
of these.
No. The ones on the far right.
You like those?
Yeah. Those
Oh
are
my
incredible.
gosh. If it's a zombie
I don't know.
apocalypse, I'm wearing the off whites on the left.
You
Are
could
those
definitely-
2002 Rs? What model are those?
I think it is 2002 R. They're Salehi Bembury.
Oh, it's the
Let's-
Croc guy. Of
It's the
course.
Croc guy.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love Crocs, by the way.
Shut up. We're
No.
moving
Yeah,
on.
you shut up.
No, I'm not being
You-
facetious.
If you're playing the still drinking game, go ahead and chug whatever you're
Nah.
drinking because
Let me make
Landon
my
just
case.
did another 180.
No.
You have hated. We have receipts.
Listen.
You have hated those
I-
shoes.
I'm arguing it, but you know what? Things change. Men grow wiser. I tell you what, my dad took both my girls out to the Croc store, got them their first pair of matching Crocs, got them some Gibbets, some Pokemon Gibbets, and let me tell you what. This is what I told Anna. They're kid shoes, and they're incredible. Now, I do not approve of them on adult feet,
Okay.
but I tell you what, they are the best children's shoe. Easy on, easy off, easy maintenance. They're comfortable. The kids love them.
There is
I'm a
no
fan.
denying that.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with you. I'll concede that.
But that doesn't mean you're a fan.
I mean, I support
Convenience
'em.
doesn't equal. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway.
I'm
They're
on.
dope.
We're more of a
Dope?
native family.
But have you seen those Gibbets? We loaded them up with all kind of Gibbets. So cool. You can customize them. Man, it's exciting. My kids got
I know all
excited about it.
gibbets. That's for sure.
They got my kids excited about shoes.
Elliot's off the Croc train, but he does have the natives, which is almost the same thing, but it's more like a tennis shoe. So
Look, my kids are all about the Crocs, and I shame them every time they wear them. And I feel like that's correct. I feel like I'm doing the right thing. They can wear them all they want. I'm not judging, but just know that I'm not going to agree that it's cool with your giblets or whatever the hell you're wearing. Whether you're a kid or an adult.
Is it Gibbets or Giblets?
Giblets, I think, is some sort of food. If I'm
I
not
think that's a
mistaken.
giblet, right?
We're on the
giblet.
hunt for the headlights, the lights that go on them.
Oh,
Oh,
The
okay.
headlights.
That's terrible. All
Never,
right. Well,
never owned a pair of Crocs. I've
this
never
is-
owned a pair of Crocs.
I have. They're at my parents' house, but I would mow the yard in them if I had them here.
That's so unsafe. I told Dan that. You break an ankle doing that.
If I'm riding on the
I
mower,
mow.
Oh, I didn't know you ride. I push like a real man. So
no, just weed eat. You can spray them
hey,
off after.
listen, I mow the grass in Nike slides.
well, yeah, because you have a riding
Uh,
lawnmower, Mason.
No,
Your-
no. I weed
Your
eat
yard
in
is not
Nike
big enough to
slides 'cause it
justify a
makes
riding
spraying it
lawnmower.
off
Are you
easy.
kidding me?
It's a half acre, man. Easy money.
Unbelievable.
Hit me with the half acre. Just riding on the mower.
You have a riding mower?
Yeah,
That's-
one of
that
them
is
little. It's a little
so
one.
extra. Oh my gosh.
I love it. I love.
I
it
wasn't
so
gonna
much.
get one.
haven't-
I had a push mower, and then Haley's parents were like, "We'll pay for half of a riding mower if you get a riding
Oh,
mower."
that's
And I was
so
like,
sweet.
"Heck yeah!" So
I feel like this
very
should be
thankful for
documented
that.
on this podcast. So in college, I mowed grass, and I love mowing grass. When we got this
Heard
property,
it here first. Hayes loves grass.
it's big. Yep. So my wife figured out like it's 2 or 3 hours of just riding in a circle. It's not that easy, especially if you want it to look nice, which I prefer to look a little bit nice, but nonetheless. So she stole my job. She rides that mower and she dang loves that mower. And then I get stuck with all the weed eating and it sucks. But man, I love mowing. Mowing is great. Mowing shoes, everything about that is fantastic.
Oh, I
Love
put
mowing.
on a couple podcasts. Just put that thing going. Get that mower going nice and slow. Just ride around.
You don't have enough kids yet, Mason. Man, okay, I think Landon will agree with me. When you have more than one child, it's nothing. I would just prefer to hear the sound of the mower. For 2 hours, I would.
Facts.
Does that ring true?
Facts.
Facts. I would just the me and no doubt, like not kidding, like me and God and the mower and talking and thinking about things that are going on. Like that is a quiet, peaceful time that I don't often get. And my wife took my job, and that kind of stinks. So now I just get to do all the weed eating.
Well, since we've transitioned to outside the box, I will share that. Well, I guess I'll ask a question about your mowing. You said have you ever cried while you were riding on the mower?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And it's not typically, it's every time it'll be me and I'm carrying a child and that child has fallen asleep. And I'm thinking, this is the good old days. Like right now, I'm in it. I'm in the middle of the good old days. And I'm going to think about this when I'm really, really old. And yeah, 100% I've cried.
That's sweet. That's very sweet. Yeah, mine is not as sweet, I guess a little bit, but it's only happened once. I was listening to a Scott Van Pelt podcast. And if you guys have never heard him talk about his podcast or ESPN segment on his dog Otis after he passed away, it was like the day or two after Otis passed away. He did like a segment on him. And if you've ever had a dog or any pet, it'll get you. And I was crying on the mower listening to this guy talk in my ear. It was weird, but great segment. Continuing on times that I've cried. I cried today watching the Jelly Roll documentary on Hulu. Must watch. It is that good. I have notes. Let me.
Antioch forever.
Yeah, and he talks about Antioch on there. Obviously, because he is a big hometown guy from Nashville. Here's what I wrote down during this. I was like 15 minutes in, and I was like, let me see what I wrote word for word. I said his concerts look like a church for people that don't look like they go to church. And then like literally a minute after I wrote that down, it said, this is like church for me. He said that, like, this is a church for people. I was like, okay, maybe we should start taking notes because like I'm telling you, obviously, you know what Jelly Roll looks like. And a lot of his fans look like that as well. And so it doesn't look like a place that would be all about God. But, you know, in his documentary, they show them praying before every concert, before they go out, like his whole team prays. And, but yeah, the whole thing, I was like, this is one of the coolest things. So how do people that aren't, you know, we don't have the platform of being an addict or being in jail, but how do we do that? And how can church do that better than it's being done now? Because if you look at those people,
you are preaching.
Yeah, that's what I saw on there. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't watch it if you don't want to cry, because I cried a lot, so I don't know. Pretty sappy like that. It's not a sad thing or anything, but it was. I just thought it was amazing that this dude that grew up in Nashville, grew up in Antioch. It's like only saw his mom. Like his mom battled depression and drug addiction, and so did he. And it was amazing. So definitely recommend you go watch it.
I will now go watch it. I'll watch that, Mason, now that you said that, before I will end up watching the Air documentary, which I still haven't watched.
Yeah, I
But
haven't
I'll watch
either.
Jelly Roll. So free shout out. Oh, hold up. Listen, Jelly Roll's album, as soon as it came out, and I follow him on Twitter, and like I'm a little bit of a fanboy when it comes to Jelly Roll because of him being from Antioch, and I know his whole story, and I followed him a long time. As soon as that dropped, I listened to it. And I haven't listened to a country album in probably 20 years. And you can ask my wife.
You haven't missed out on
I
much.
bet I added 6 or 7 songs from his album to my playlist. And I don't even listen to country. But because it's Jelly Roll, I'm in. And I won't listen to any more country probably, but I'll listen to Jelly Roll.
I got a great suggestion for you, man. If you love Jelly Roll, Morgan Wallen.
I know about Morgan Wallen, and he's a Lipscomb connection, right?
No,
Ernest writes most for him. Who went to
not at
Lipscomb.
all. I did see Morgan Wallen at church this Sunday, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah,
Really?
I've listened.
He
Well, let
came
me
to
take
church?
that back because I heard
Taylor Lewan.
because I heard that from more than one person. I've heard the whole Morgan Wallen thing from more than one person. I think I listened to a little bit of something, and I didn't hate it, but like I genuinely like Jelly Roll, and I would listen to it.
Yeah.
Free shout out. And we have a connection to Jelly Roll, and hopefully maybe someday we can have Jelly Roll. Come on.
That would be crazy. All right, my last thing is the NBA draft was last week. We had a lot of interesting fits. Did you guys catch anything pertaining to the draft?
I'm boycotting the
Brandon
NBA.
Miller. Brandon Miller is from Antioch, Cane Ridge High School. I'm from Antioch, and he went number 2 in the NBA draft.
Yep.
And Brandon Miller is going to end up being the all-time leading scorer in the NBA. I'm calling it right now. Antioch.
Wow.
That's not going to happen, but
Shut down.
here were some of the fits. Brandon Miller's was not fabulous or terrible, so it didn't make it, but we got some odd stuff going on here. This Grady Dick, man, what the blank are you doing? Why do you want to be known for this outfit?
Wait, man. Put me on the screen. I'm a basketball junkie. And I have known about Grady Dick for probably 3 years. And Grady Dick is everything you want to love about a basketball player. He's from Kansas. He went to his hometown team that he's loved his entire life. I don't necessarily love that he went to Kansas maybe because I don't like Kansas, but I'm a North Carolina guy. But he's everything you should love about a basketball player.
That's fair. He's goofy.
He's goofy and he's competitive and he doesn't give a crap and he can shoot the lights out. Mm-hmm. I am a Grady Dick fan. So I'll give him a pass.
Hey, Landon, can you cut that and just take out the Grady on there?
Well, y'all saw what Drake posted about him.
Was it about the Raptors taking a dick pic?
Wait.
I can't read it.
You can't read
That's
it?
old. Listen, that's old. If you go back and look, girls at his high school games had shirts that said "I heart dick."
Yeah,
Drake
Oh,
is
wow.
late.
there's been a ton of stuff like that. My favorite was somebody reporting says the Raptors at 13 take a dick pic.
But hey, but all the jokes aside, he's dope. He is. I feel like he is Tyler Hero 2.0.
Ooh, that's
Not just a shooter. Not just a shooter. He's great. He's a little bit taller.
high
He's
praise.
dope, man. Like as a North Carolina guy, he's definitely one of those ones that I wish had gone to Carolina. But it makes sense. He's from Kansas. He should have gone to Kansas. He's a Kansas fan. He's living his dream. Like that's the kind of guy that I love. Is that person?
Well, if you're not watching on YouTube, his outfit is
Horrible.
Kansas themed because he picked this because it's the same design, I guess, of Dorothy's shoes, Dorothy's slippers in The Wizard of Oz, who is from Kansas. So it's all red sequins with a red sequin turtleneck underneath. It's a terrible look.
Horrible.
Very weird. To round these out, we also got Scoot Henderson on here, looking like a rapper. Victor Wembanyama, he looks kind of like a hotel butler.
He's from France. Like, give him a pass.
Yeah. We can't get the close up on Keontae George, but his whole suit, if you go look at it, all I can see whenever I look at it is it looks like a bunch of people's hairlines. So go look when you get off the pod. It's like a maroon suit, and then the silver part looks like just a bunch of people's hairlines. I don't know what it really is. Somebody please tell me. It's going to be like one of those abstract images that tells me I'm got an IQ of 4 because I didn't really get it. But let's see who. Kobe Buffkin looks like a smooth R&B singer.
That's dope.
And then Kason Wallace is wearing HPT or NPT, not MPT, HPT suit. I don't know what that is. Anybody else? What's your favorite from these wild suits?
I'm going Scoot Henderson.
That's a safe pick, I think. It's wild, but it's an easy one.
Not so insane that you're not like he's an idiot.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, let me tell a quick story. I work for a public figure, and my son, because he's my son, and because part of what we do is we give scholarships to graduating seniors.
Mhm.
He got to have a scholarship from my employer, and part of that journey was he went on stage with my employer, and my employer gave him a scholarship and like shook his hand, took the picture. Like this is going to live forever. So when my son is talking about his he's asking what should I wear, and I told him you are going to be meeting this person on a stage and getting your picture with them, and that's probably going to live forever. So dress accordingly. And my son chose to wear a suit. He didn't wear a tie, and that's fine. A suit, a blazer. He looked great. 2 of the kids on the stage with him had shorts on.
What?
Yeah. And I'm not dissing them. I'm not trying to make them look bad. But what I'm saying is
They did that themselves.
Dress the part. Act like this is going to be immortalized. These people are going to see this forever. So act like
You've been there.
You've been there. And dang it, if he didn't do it. And that's what I would have told these guys if I was their dad. Like, believe it or not, Victor M. Yemenora and the guy in the all white, they just did a responsible thing. Like this. It's gonna,
well, the guy in the all white doesn't have a shirt underneath his jacket.
But generally,
not
like
bad.
if you
not bad.
Like think 10 years from now, if you look at that and you're gonna be like, oh man, he was right. So
yeah,
that's how you
bad.
gotta think. You gotta think like in 10 years from now, is this gonna age well? Am I gonna look like an idiot?
Well, we will have this Photoshop that I made because I did think Kobe Buffkin in all white looked like a some kind of musical artist. So I put this together. Does this not look like an album that's dropping soon?
Outside of him not having a shirt on, this is okay. Like in the day and
They
time
all
of
look like that
2023,
though.
I think it's crazy that I'm saying I think Scoot Henderson is the most reasonable of all of these. He's got a shirt on. It's a little bit more elaborate, but I mean,
More
at least
elaborate. Oh my gosh.
Kind of
what?
looks
You
like
disagree?
Elsa from Frozen kind of did up his suit. Put the ice all over it.
I don't know what Victor was thinking. Like this is just too much.
He's just French, man. That's just what they do.
He's just French.
And how do you like if you're 7'4", like your pants are gonna look
That's
weird
fair.
regardless. No matter what, like your pants are gonna look weird. These kind of look like, the big huge suits that we were seeing when like LeBron came in the league. It kind of looks like that.
Everything goes in a circle.
Yeah.
It all comes back around. We're way over.
Oh yeah. That's all we got. So anybody else got anything?
No,
I got
let me just say
something
this.
groundbreaking. Okay.
Oh, go ahead. Landon, go.
No, you
That's
go
what we
ahead.
needed.
That's fine.
No, mine's a learning lesson. Mine is like what I've learned is to be a good father.
Gosh.
Oh, we'll come back to him. Listen, let me speak the truth to you, Still Dripping Army. To be a good father is to be real with people and to say things like, this is going to be a picture hanging on your wall in 20 years from now. You graduate from high school. Like, imagine if you're the only person that's ever graduated from high school or gone to college in your family, and you are sitting there with a whatever suit on. And look, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I'm also not dense to that. Something that's cool to somebody might be really not cool to somebody else. But just if the best way to handle it is to handle it really neutrally, and then it's all going to work out. Like teach your kids this stuff is that just imagine you want to dress for your job. Dress for your job one day. The internet never forgets. And this is a case in point. Like these guys aren't going to be basketball players forever. They're going to have to do something else. And I'm ranting, but parent well. Teach your sons and daughters how to do life. Period. Teach them how to change something under the edge of their sink where they've got a leaky faucet. Teach them how to change that and teach them how to dress appropriately for an event that's life-changing. That's my learning lesson.
Beautiful. Landon, do you want to follow that with the Solomon Skinny?
No, I'm good.
Thanks, Hayes. All the followers appreciate you for that.
Sorry, Lando.
It's all good.
Landon, I guess we'll close it out with what'd you learn today?
I'm paying my taxes right now, so pay your taxes. That's what I learned.
Pay your taxes. Jesus said, "Pay your taxes."
Jesus paid his
Give
taxes.
Caesar what is his.
Well, what is really
remember
Caesar?
he got that. He got the coin out of the fish's mouth, right? Paid his taxes.
Hey, give Caesar what is Caesar's.
Well, dirt to dirt.
That's what I would say.
Is it really
Pay your
Caesar's?
taxes, Landon.
I'll tell you what I learned this week.
Touche, but is that your responsibility?
Anyways, Landon, what did you learn this week?
I learned this week that if you have a major maintenance on your car that involves ripping the engine out of your car, please do not take it anywhere else but the dealership. We are 3 weeks into this project, going on 4. The guy called me today and was like, bro, I'm going to be honest. We are scratching our heads. We have no idea what we did to your car, but they brutally destroyed it in an attempt to fix it. And I've been without a car for almost a month. And this is after I'd already paid for the services. So I'm at $1,800. I should have just paid the $28, paid the extra $1,000 and had Mazda do it. So shout out import specialty
Mazda.
services.
Nice shout out to Mazda.
Yeah, they also conveniently waited until I was a couple months out of my warranty to let me know about this oil leak that has probably been going on for longer than that. Shocking.
Don't buy Mazda.
Don't buy Mazda.
Don't
Anti
buy
shout out to Mazda. Guess what I learned this week was a guy with 10 face tattoos and looks like a guy that I would never want to see on the street has probably impacted more people than any preacher that I've ever met. So there's that.
What about Jeff Brown?
There's that. I've met Jeff Brown. Met a lot of preachers.
I haven't.
Oh my God!
Look
We're
how much I'm
still alive.
God, Linton.
All love. It makes it all better when you say that. All love. Remember, this has been episode 122 of the Still Drippin' Happy Hour. Thank you for listening. Please go follow us on Instagram and Twitter at StillDrippinTN. We won't be clipping.
Whoa! I got logged out of the Twitter. Wait. You
got logged out of the Instagram, right?
Logged out of the Twitter because and the Twitter because I got a new phone and I can't tell you the password or anything to the Instagram.
Did you get an iPhone?
Twitter.
Did you get an iPhone?
Oh,
you're a loser.
I could have told you that.
I'm Galaxy all day. Never.
Oh my gosh.
So don't follow us on Twitter unless I can figure out the password.
I remember when I had an Android when I was in middle school, and they were cool then.
Don't care.
All right, Hayes. It's been a while since you rapped, so you feeling it? In the heat, battling the heat.
Maybe I'm burning up. Look how much sweat is beaded on my chest. But let's go.
We don't want to look at your chest, Hayes.
Look, you can wear them like that too. It's so cool.
Yeah,
that's stupid. This shirt?
Dude, there's such a delay. I can't rap. I can't rap because there's a delay and it's gonna be hard.
Just go.
Oh. I don't use a fork or spoon. I prefer a spork. You look like a stork. I'm carrying babies to your front porch. You might not want them, but I want them all. I'm taking all the babies. I'm taking your mama's babies. I'm your granddad. I used to be your grandmom. I'm going back to the future in my tampon. I got a tampon. I'm working like a tampon. I got a tarpon. I got a tarpon. I'm tarpon hunting. I'm going to Miami and I'm fishing. I used to fish. I got the fish in my backyard. I'm fishing out of Pantom. I'm not even saying any words. It's like I'm speaking Spanglish. I got a Langlish. I got a Langlish. I got a Danish. Give me that cream cheese. I got that cream cheese, please. I got the please, give me that cream cheese. I'm robbing the bank and then robbing your dank. Robbing your bank, grabbing your blank. See, this isn't. I have no idea where I'm even saying.
You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that.
I'm lungs.
We'll see you next week. Peace.
I'm like a Pentecostal. I speak the gospel. I really want like a hostel. I keep people like a hostel. I'm gospel.